And I'm sure that was quite shocking for you.
It was on the first hit when I started Googling what's going on, why I have the flamed nerve behind my eye, because that's what happened to me.
Hello and welcome to the Leading Communities podcast, brought to you by Aspire for You CIC and produced by That's All Media CIC. We're on a mission to understand what it takes to help communities to start caring, keep caring, or care more about an issue.
Welcome to another episode of the Leading Communities podcast, a platform where we help to develop discussions on vital issues in our local community. It offers insight from both a leadership perspective and the community's viewpoint. So join us as we explore the issues, stories and experiences that shape our communities and inspire change. Our guest is Adriana. She's moved to the UK from Poland about 5 years ago and was diagnosed with MS in 2020. We're here to hear her story and gain insights into her experiences as a migrant living with a chronic health condition. Thank you for joining me, Adriana. How are you?
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're very welcome.
Right. Thank you.
Now, just tell us a little bit about your sort of journey to the UK, first of all, before we talk about sort of your diagnosis.
You mean like when I came here to the England?
Yeah, and what inspired you to come to the UK?
Well, it was actually not my choice, really.
Okay.
My ex-husband bring me here. I didn't really wanted to move because I was happy where I've been in one place and my career and everything. But he really wanted to come to England to gain better life, more money. And that was his goals. And unfortunately, I was in love, so I followed him. But then after a year, we got divorced. And I decided to stay and make my life here. And I succeed. And my ex is back in Poland now. So
that's quite an interesting turnaround. Here you are. So just tell us about how your diagnosis came about in 2020. What led up to that?
In early February, I started losing vision in one of my eyes. I just noticed that the colors were more blurred. They were more grayish. So a friend of mine just advised me to go to the hospital to check that out. And I managed to go to the QE hospital, University Hospital, to the eye clinic.
Right.
And they referred me from one optician to another one until they said, like, you need to see the neuro optician, and they referred me to the brilliant doctor, the best in the area. Okay. She took me on board like 2 hours later. She scheduled me an MRI, done some tests. And since then, as the COVID hit and everything, it took several months, and until on the 16th of December, I got my diagnosis.
And I'm sure that was quite shocking for you.
It was on the first hit when I started Googling what's going on, why I have the flamed nerve behind my eye, because that's what happened to me. I knew from the internet, but it took several months to see and to get the final official answer. But to be honest, I was happy that the COVID happened because I couldn't see on one eye. Right. And I had to just do not work. And the furlough happened. I was working back then in a hotel industry, right, in hospitality. So they shut down the hotels in early March. So I could just be at home and waiting for my vision to come back, which took around 3 months.
Right.
Yeah.
So can you talk to us a little bit about what your day-to-day experience is in terms of living with MS and how it impacts you?
So I'm that kind of person who's trying not to stress about it too much. I'm just living my best life. I'm doing what I can. I know what my limits are. I know that I'm not going to go for a hike for 5 hours, but I can do a city break and do 15 miles a day. Okay. Just to see as much as possible, because I know that I have this comfort. I can take a taxi, I can take a bus and go back to the hotel anytime. But when I'm on a hike, I'm going somewhere far and I have to come back on my own feet. So I think that's the comfort is coming from the city breaks. But this happens that I can do a lot, but there are days when I cannot. Like last time I had really bad flare-up and I couldn't walk for 3 days because I had a nerve pain in my hip. So yeah, it took me even like 5 minutes or even longer to get up from bed. So it is sometimes tough, but I'm positive.
Well, I was going to say, you do sound very positive and you look gorgeous. So, you clearly, as you say, are living your best life, and I applaud you for that. But what I'm wondering is, particularly when you find yourself in a country that's not native to your own, I'm going to guess that there will be systems and services that are very different maybe to the way that they would be in Poland, and even in terms of the language as well, and just adopting to the way that things are being done in the UK. How have you found accessing support? Has that been easy for you, or has that been challenging? And do you feel like maybe there's been support you've missed out on because maybe you just didn't know it was there and no one told you?
So yeah, at the moment I have a PIP, the independent payments.
Yes.
I'm receiving it every year. I got it straight away. Once I applied, they accepted straight away, and then I got a renewal just back in April. So I got that. I've been informed what I can have. I can have like a blue badge or something. I haven't done it because it's like accepting that I'm disabled. I'm not disabled. I'm not feeling like it.
Yeah, I understand.
And like when I can walk, and I'm just doing it. So trying not to push too much on a system only because I have MS and I could. So I'm just getting what I really need. For sure, the work side is a big impact on my life. So it happens that sometimes I cannot walk, so I cannot go to work. So I have right now this possibility to work from home if I need.
Okay.
And my management, my boss, that director is very understanding, and they supporting all kind of disabilities. So I'm very lucky there.
No, that's good. Have there been any sort of barriers that you've experienced to getting support or care? And even on the mental health side, has there been anything that's been difficult for you to access?
So if it's about the MS, I haven't had much trouble about that side. But with MS for sure, and in general in life, people sometimes feeling not too good mentally, right? They have some difficulties, and I had a moment when I felt a lot of anger inside me. So I was like, no, I can't just leave it like that. I need some help. So I went to the GP and I explained what happening to me. And so she pulled out some A4 sheet, asked me 10 questions, and from that she said like, okay, you have a medium depression. I was like, really?
Okay.
This is what you can tell from those 10 questions. So she referred me to some counseling, to the therapy. So I was like, okay, yeah, thank you. That's something. And I was waiting and waiting. And then in the meantime, I got my first PIP renewal. So I got a bit of money since the months I applied for it. And I was like, okay, I can't wait any longer. I need some help right now. So I just use that money towards my mental health. And I got a private counseling, private therapy, and that helped me a lot. And after a few months, somebody called me from the NHS saying, we got a spot for you. And I was like, you know what, I thank you. I really appreciate it. But by the time you called me, I will be in really bad place. Like, I don't know if I will be even here because it was really bad.
Yeah.
And what I ask is just give it to somebody who's applying now because they need the help now. They made the big move to ask for help and they need this immediately. So if you could move my place to somebody who just applied, like, I don't know, at that point, I just felt it's right because I needed help immediately and I haven't got it. I was just lucky enough that I got this payment. I had some extra money, which I could invest in my mental health.
Yeah, absolutely. And I completely understand where you're coming from. I really do. So how about sort of health inequalities in terms of being a migrant? Has there been anything that, again, you've experienced that you feel has been more so because you are from a different country and have only recently settled in the UK?
To be honest, not really.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I think I'm just lucky. I just got the help with the MS right on spot. I met the right people, and they were willing to help me even in the difficult time when the COVID situation was just about to hit and was getting the rumors and everything around it. So yeah, I was lucky to get the help pretty much immediately. Then obviously it took a while to get all tests done. But then I got my treatment, so I'm feeling much better since I've been before.
Yeah. What about your network of friends and family? I mean, as you say, you came with your now ex-husband who has returned. What's your network like now? Do you have many friends or family here?
So I don't have any family here. I'm very much to my own person. I like my peace. I like my space.
Better.
But I think I had to learn that as well, because it wasn't that easy on the beginning. I used to live in a multiple house occupations, so I always had some people around. But now I got some experience. I got better jobs. I was keep moving forward, so I can afford right now to live on my own. And I'm happy about it.
Good.
Yeah, but it happened, I think, a year ago that I was leaving one work, and the girls from my team were like, "Oh, we cannot leave you just like that. So we need some party." And since then, it just hit on. I have also one friend from my previous work back in Birmingham, which I'm in touch till today, and it's a great friendship. And another friend as well, which was actually my failed Tinder date.
Fair enough.
It didn't work that way, right? But it worked another. So I'm taking it. So.
How does the future feel for you? How do you feel about sort of looking forward, not just in terms of MS, but just in general, in terms of what you're looking forward to?
So I just want to be happy. That's the first thing. I'm an ambition person. I want to grow. I'm doing at the moment SIPS level 4 diploma, which is for procurement, as I am the purchasing coordinator. Okay. So I'm trying to that. Recently, I've started thinking about going to university to be an engineer.
Okay.
So yeah, the ambitions are there. I have the drive. I want to do better. I want to be a better version of myself. But also I would like to settle down, to let somebody get closer to me and, build the future together, because I think that's the goal of many people. So it's mine as well.
Absolutely. Does the UK feel like it'll be your forever home, or do you think you'd ever go back?
I'm happy. I'm happy as I am right now. And I know that I'm building something. I'm going somewhere. And I'm feeling safe. So, yeah, I think so. I would stay here. I'm not saying, never say never.
Never say never, but you're good for now.
One day I would just go somewhere hot and nice with a seaside and stuff. Why not? Maybe when I will be 60.
And does it feel safe for you to stay in this area as well and actually continue to live in the Black Country?
It has some good sides and bad sides. For sure, I like the views, the areas, the little streets, the little pubs. It's very comfy. And the community, the people are like smiling, and especially in the bars, obviously after a few pints.
Yes.
Very chatty.
Well, everyone's fun.
But it's just nice. I'm not saying I'm never gonna move. It depends also about my work on my current place. I just moved from one place to another. So I'm looking where to communicate better. I'm happy where I am.
Adriana, you're such a positive, spirited person. It's so lovely to speak to you. What advice, or what would you say to anyone who might find themselves in a similar position to where you were a few years ago, where maybe there are health issues, there's a lot of personal issues and things are happening? What advice would you give them in terms of how to pull through?
Definitely do not stop. If you're going through the difficult time, like through the hell, why would you stop? Just keep going. The better things will come.
To keep pushing forward.
Yeah, because we will come out from it eventually. Same as the good things happens and they're staying just in your memory as the good memories. The same is with the bad things. They're happening and they passed, and then you can just laugh about it. So it will be better.
That's fantastic. It's very clear that you're not letting the circumstances define who you are, and instead you've been defining what life is for you. I think you said it best a little bit earlier. you're living your best life and you look fantastic for it. So thank you so much for your time. Thank you for giving us some further information, and, you know, best of luck for the future. And I really, really do wish you the best.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for watching another Leading Communities podcast. Hopefully you found this to be insightful, and to hear Adriana's story as a source of inspiration when it comes to overcoming some of the challenges that we do face in life. We look forward to speaking to you in the next one, so please do come back.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to keep up to date with all things Leading Communities. You can follow Aspire for You at A4UCIC. To follow That All Media, search at That All Media. You can also join us on Facebook at Leading Communities Podcast.